If there is one thing that will forever be ingrained into anime culture, is the idea of a waifu. That being an anime character that you consider to be wifey material. And hey, I know the feeling. Growing up, I wish that by some miracle, I ended up marrying this lovely lady. And if you don't know who she is, then good, because she's mine. Now, what if I were to tell you that some time ago, we actually reached ultimate peak waifu-ness? I'm about to show you what years of mangaka blood, sweat, and tears have led up to. And now, I show you the magnum opus of what a waifu can be. This is not a joke. This is Akikan. By the way, if you enjoy the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But anyways,
let's get scratching.
I'm not gonna act surprised if you've never heard about this show before. I mean, it came out in 2009, but I've seen like 3 people talking about it, so I don't even know if anybody knows about this show. But no matter the viewership, they really try to make a magical girls show where the girls are literally cans. Alright, I may be getting ahead of myself, but let's talk about the actual show. Kakeru Daichi, a can collector, randomly decides to buy a melon soda, as can collectors casually, continuously do. As he takes a drink of the soda, it turns into a magical girl right in front of his eyes. He is then informed by a representative of the Ministry of Economy that there is a war going on between steel and aluminum cans. He is told that Akikans were created to see which one of the 2 cans is superior, and that he is going to have to participate by fighting other cans that are showing up around them. I don't think they ever used the word war, but that's what it basically is, but it's called the Akikan Elect. He says he doesn't want to participate in the war because he hates fighting and is planning on just talking things out with the other Akikans. So you might think, wow, he's a pretty standout guy, right? Well, no. Since he is a male main character from 2009, he's immediately a creep towards Melon, the Akikan that he acquired. He claims that it's because he thought it was a dream, but the more you see of Kakeru, the more you realize that's not the case, because let me tell you, this guy is insufferable sometimes. I mean, he literally almost lets Melon die just because he didn't want anything to do with her. He's inconsiderate, I mean, he's weird, not even in a funny way, more like a cringy way. He's a menace. He's a menace to society. Except for the times where he's not, and he's all heroic, and everybody likes him for some reason. I know the perverted main character with the heart of gold is a staple of anime, but like, I just never gotten it. I mean, I get it, but I just don't like it. Kind of like the opposite of Evangelion, where I like it, but I just don't get it. But wait, because I haven't even gotten to his backstory yet. 2 years before the story takes place, he saved his childhood friend Najimi from being kidnapped by wrestling a gun from 3 kidnappers and shooting all of them. What? This is a show about magic cans having a race war. Why is this his backstory? Why did they make it so serious? Melon, you're a long to mid-range fighter. Why are you running in? And the thing is, they mention it just like 1 or 2 times. It's not even like that sounds like a big deal. But it's not. Oh my god, I haven't even talked about Najimi yet. She has a huge crush on Kakeru, to where she's even fantasizing about them going on dates and everything, which yeah, it's cute, but she's not a very good person. I mean, she helps Kakeru and Melon out a couple of times, but the bad things that she does really outshine anything good. She was about ready to abandon her sports drink Akikan Yell like 2 separate times. One being when she first found out about the Akikan Elect, she just gave her juice money and left her under a bridge, and a second time that I'll get to in a minute. Another example is when Yell got a job and didn't tell Najimi, and when she found out, she stormed off screaming, "I don't know you anymore." Getting extremely mad because she thought that there was no secrets between the 2 of them, which, yeah, I mean, it's not good that she didn't tell her, but is there any reason to get that upset? Of course not. Oh yeah, and going back to the second time where she almost abandoned Yell, she wait. Let me collect myself first, okay? She was jealous because she thought that Melon and Kakeru were on a date, and she got so upset that she sent Yell to teach Kakeru a lesson, which resulted in him almost getting killed. Yell only stopping because Najimi regretted it and stopped her. Then saying that things aren't gonna work out between them because of that incident. But like, what did she expect? If someone tells me to go teach someone a lesson, I'm going to show up and then I'm going to start blasting. Like what even is that? Like, why would I care about this girl at all? Because she felt sorry? So what? She's a terrible person. And also, things in the show just kind of happen for no reason. Like, let me break this thing down for you, right? Apparently, Yale gets distracted by bouncing objects, so she touches Melon's hair and causes a commotion. As punishment, since his group is making the most noise, the teacher tells Kakeru to solve a problem on the board. But instead of solving the problem, he gives very sexual remarks to his teacher, and the whole class roots for him. Then he gets interrupted by, oh my god, I haven't even talked about Eureka. Oh. Okay, whatever. Eureka is like, people call her a witch, which I don't really know why. I mean, she uses cards. But like, okay. See, no, you're done. You're done there. And dead. Right? What? She has real powers? What? What? No, that was a delusion. They're dead. No. Refute. That's the show ended. The show ended right there. Anyways, they start fighting, but Najimi gets in between them and basically stops them from fighting because she says that she likes Kakeru better than Eureka. And then they go play baseball. The literal next scene. I don't know anymore. Like, what I just described meant nothing. It meant nothing. Was it entertaining? No. Was it funny? No. So what was the point? Do you remember when I said that there was an Akikan war happening? If you don't feel bad because the show forgot about it too. Even though every other episode we're reminded of it, like, hey, don't forget this is still happening and better remember about this. It was only ever focused on the last 2 episodes. It was literally just a fish hook. Like, oh, remember me? I'm still here. Oh. And then 2 episodes happened. Then the show ended. To be absolutely fair, there is talk about the elect throughout the show. Another Akikan, Budoku, shows up to fight Melon, but since she's a joke character, nothing really happens. And Melon did fight Yale when they first met, but it happened off screen and it didn't even affect the elect at all. Like, they even became friends halfway through the show. I'm not even sure why they did the Akikan elect at all. If the show wanted to be a slice of life, by all means, go ahead. Instead of continuously hinting at something that it doesn't even look like they wanted to do. But what exactly happens in the last 2 episodes? Basically, the strongest Akikan shows up and she attacks both steel and aluminum cans. And literally, I'm just telling you how they beat her, right? They used the power of love to beat her. This is not a joke. She has the ability to absorb other Akikans and use them as puppets, but the power of love and friendship overpowers her. Man. Ooh. Listen, if an author wants to end their story by having friendship be the key, by all means, go ahead. But it just makes it look really lazy, like they couldn't come up with another way to solve the problem. Because by all intents and purposes, they lost. Melon and the others got absorbed, and they had nothing to fight back with. But no, they escaped, fought a whole bunch of summoned Akikans, and then one-shot Miku, and that's about it. I could have talked about a whole bunch of other stuff like characters that I didn't even mention, some of the more unsavory jokes and run-on gags that they have, or more of the randomness of the show, but I'ma just end it with this. Akikan is a major product of its time. There's no denying that. With the pervy main character, the flustered girl punching, hitting, or bombing the main character when he's doing something annoying, which happens 3 times just alone in the first episode, and I promise it gets funnier every time it's used. I forgot to include this, but for some reason, he just throws his shirt, and then they just come over and just start kicking him for some reason. What the fuck is going on? And the thing is, I remember being a kid and genuinely enjoying it. I mean, it's not terrible. I can see why some people would like it. There's like 1 or 2 funny jokes, but like, it's just not as good as I remember it. I doubt that the idea of making a can turn into a magical girl, thus creating probably the first and only soda can waifu, was malicious, but man, we could have just done a little bit better than this. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. Like I always say, thank you for sticking around even when I don't upload for a while. And I hope that if you're new, you decide to stick around. But anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.